Hello, everyone! Welcome back to episode 8 of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 2! And in our last episode, I got a brand new party member, Lisa. And as you can see by everyone's level, I did more level grinding! Dario, level 13. Esgar, level 12. Lisa, level 7. And with that came some new spells, including Esgar's Return and Outside spells. Return is very simple. If you are anywhere outside in the world and you hit return, it will take you to wherever you saved last in-game. Obviously, no such thing as save states back in the day, so return, it's not like it takes you back to your save state, although that would be kind of weird and like fourth dimensional. But anyways, that's what that does. It takes you back to the previous king you saved the game in, and outside, if you are in a tower or a dungeon, will take you outside. Simple enough. Lisa still only has heal more, however, in battle, she has also the Inferno spell and the Sleep spell. Two of the most useful spells in the game to this point, which I will show off. Also, equipment-wise, Dario, I purchased a broadsword, I purchased a full plate armor, and I purchased a steel shield. Look at his stats, 79 attack power, 53 defense. Awesome. Esgar, I only purchased an iron spear because he cannot equip any of the equipment I bought for Dario, which kind of sucks, and Elisa has the same equipment she pretty much started the game with. Now, I also did win a wizard's wand from the lottery, which I kept save stating and loading stating in order to get it. It's pretty useful, but not great. What it does, it's like a free fireball spell on an enemy when you use it as an item in battle. Obviously, I didn't equip it on her because it's weaker than her magic knife. Yeah. I also purchased a few medical herbs off screen because this place we're heading to next is going to be quite interesting. We are heading to the Tower of Wind, our next stop. Let's go ahead and get this journey started. So we want to head east and then north, and we're going to be crossing a bunch of bridges and running into quite a few nasty enemies. Not including these guys. These guys are a joke. So I'm going to go ahead and show off a few of my new spells here. Esgar, I think he already had a stop spell, so that's not new, but I'm going to show off Elisa's Inferno spell. She also has Sleep and Surround. Surround is not that useful, in my opinion. Sleep is pretty damn useful, and Inferno's is awesome. Check it out. I will show you what it does, if she gets to cast it. So here's Inferno's. Bam, bam, bam. It attacks an entire row of enemies for massive fire damage, which is just absurdly overpowered for this point in the game. But hell, I'll take it. I'm very happy with that, and fine, why not? So I wanted to talk about a little topic I started talking about yesterday a little bit, and I actually got a lot of feedback from it in my comments from yesterday's video, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. And that's the art of things being completely randomized. As I mentioned yesterday, it seems like a lot of times in life, regardless if it's a real life situation or something happening in game. Real quick, let me just show off Elisa's wizard's wand. But regardless of what it is, it seems like there's no such thing as completely random. Like, you run into a period throughout life or a video game where things seem to happen in a row without any explanation. For example, in Dragon Warrior 2 here, while I'm playing this, 3 battles in a row, not my last episode, 3 battles in a row while I was grinding off screen, enemies dropped a treasure chest. Okay? Now you're saying, okay, well that happens, you know, that's randomized, but what are the chances of enemies dropping a treasure chest 3 battles in a row? And things like that, you know, it's like kind of when you roll a dice. If you've ever rolled a dice and it lands on 6 or something, like let's say you have a dice, you know, that has, you have 2 dice, a maximum of 6 on each one, okay? So you can roll a total of 12. Well, what are the chances you roll, you know, what are the chances you're going to roll a 6 3 times in a row? It's very hard to do. It's like winning the lottery almost. Well, that's what I compare it to. It's very hard to believe a lot of times those types of things happening, but it does happen. And there's really no explanation about it. It reminds me of the movie Butterfly Effect when I watched that a long time ago. Like, the whole concept of a little butterfly, the flicker of the wings of the butterfly, or just any little thing that can happen in the world that can affect the outcome of something. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just really, really bizarre, but whatever. Anyways, enough about that. Back to the game. I've been kind of just ignoring what's been going on screen here. Oh boy, Elisa's gonna need a heal very soon. Woo! Die! So we've run into a fairly weak enemy so far. Pretty lucky. We're almost at the Tower of Wind. Let me go ahead and just throw one little heal on Elisa just to be safe. And I do have medical herbs, but I tend to rather save them a little bit because the medical herbs are stronger than the regular heal spell. Stop calling for help! So Esgar has, the heal spell. They heal decently, but not as strong as medical herbs. And Elisa has the heal more spell, and that's about how powerful the medical herbs are. So I tend to save them when people are a little lower on health or people are low on magic. I rather save my magic for offensive reasons because there are a lot of tough enemies, and you really, really don't want to deal with them. Okay, so let's cross this bridge and that bridge. We're crossing 3 bridges, folks. 3 bridges, and we're almost at the Tower of Wind. When I played this game 20 years ago, oh my god. When I got to this point in the game, I remember Dario being like, I think I was level 9 or 10 on Dario. Esgar was also like 8 or 9. And Elisa was level 3 when I got to this point. Stupid. And I relied so much on my medical herbs at that point. My inventory was full on medical herbs because the enemies were whooping my butt. And I mean whooping. Like, I think by the time I left the Tower, Esgar and Elise, well, I forgot what they called them at the time, but my 2 other characters were dead, and Dario barely survived. I don't know how I made it back alive, but I did make it back to the town alive. And I didn't even have the return spell or anything, so I had to walk all the way back. And I made it somehow back alive with Dario. I had the Cloak of Wind. I was so happy. I didn't know what the hell it was for yet, but I got the Cloak of Wind from here, and then finally I headed on through the game. But, oh my god, what a nightmare that was. Okay, so this is the Tower of Wind, folks, and I'm actually using a map for this, so I know exactly where to go. Now, there's only 4 treasure chests in this entire place, which are all pretty worthless. You have, if I remember correctly, you have a medical herb, an empty treasure chest. Yeah, an empty treasure chest. Uh-oh, don't poison me, whatever you do. And medical herb, empty treasure chest, a chest with gold, and the Cloak of the Wind. So obviously 1 useful treasure chest out of 4. So I'm kind of just going to head towards the end area. We are going to run into that treasure chest with the gold along the way. But no point of getting any of the other stuff. It's pointless. So, yeah. So I'm just going to head towards getting the cloak. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my medical herbs that I got on Elisa. Okay, she's full health. And we're going to continue on. Now, one thing you want to stay away from in these towers is the edges because, ooh, oops, let me go talk to this guy. I didn't know there was a soldier here. Take care that thou strays not over the tower's edge. So even the guard tells you not to go over the edge, or else you'll die. No, you won't. You'll just, if you go over the edge, you go all the way back outside, which is horrible. Sorry. Alright, let me see if I remember where I gotta go now. Takes us up here. I believe there's a treasure chest to the right here, and this should be the gold. Here we have a zombie. As I mentioned before, these guys have a ton of health, but they're not that bad singly when you only run into one of them. When you run into 2 or 3, they hit you like a truck, and they extreme pain in the ass. And they vary. They have randomized amount of health, so I think they have anywhere from like 40 to like 60 or 70 health, so they can be definitely a pain. Treasure chest with money, just like I said. Alright. See if I remember where to go now. Okay. So we are just following my map here. Okay, we're gonna want to avoid these steps here. They lead you to a dead end. We're gonna go to the last steps. Don't fall off the edge. And then we're just going to keep on going through. We're almost already done with this tower. No, maybe not. Okay. Just going to go around. Again, stay away from the edges. And there's really, I don't know why they do this. I wish they had put, like, a little more effort into putting maybe, like, a cool weapon or something in this tower. But no, you come all the way here just for this thing. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I went the wrong way! Crap. I went the wrong way. Oh, no! I knew this was gonna happen. Alright, folks, I went the wrong way. What am I gonna do about that? Oops. It's okay, so my map skills are not up to par. We run into new enemies, the Megapedes, and these things look nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the smokes first, and I'm gonna use Esgar's fireball spell on the Megapedes, and I'm gonna use Elisa's Infernos on the Megapedes. They hit like trucks, so we want to take them out quick. Okay, well, they're dead, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. No, what a waste of a fireball spell. Dario, attack the smoke. You attack the smoke, and you Inferno's the smoke. Alright, folks. I actually know what I did wrong. That little section where there was a middle steps, which is down here somewhere, I actually had to go to the middle one. I didn't realize it. I was like, wait a minute. I looked at my map wrong, so we ended up going to the empty treasure chest like an idiot. Oh, well, it's just extra experience, so I don't mind it. But the middle steps is the one that does lead to the Cloak of Wind, so we gotta go to these middle steps over here. My bad. Alright, let's see if I know where I'm going now. Again, avoid the edges. Don't want to fall off and die. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And now we're heading the right direction. So many steps! What's going on? A zombie and more smoke. Again, I'm gonna go all out, use Fireball. Check out Elisa's Infernos on the smoke. Bam, bam. And not many enemies are immune to fire in this game, so Infernos is, like I said before, is pretty overpowered for this section of the game. Of course, the game gets a million times harder, but whatever. Dario, open the treasure chest, and we got another leather armor, which we can vendor off for some more money. Very nice. And this is the Cloak of Wind, I think. The Cloak of the Wind. Alright, folks, now that we have the Cloak of the Wind, I'm going to go ahead and equip it on Dario. I think. That's what we equip it on. Wait a minute. Let me see if it works. Dario, broadsword, full plate armor, steel shield. Oh, nope. Maybe I can't equip it. How the hell do I use it? Dario donned the Cloak of Wind. Oh, there you go. So you gotta use it to equip it. So he's equipped with it, and I'll show you how that works a little bit later on. But we're done with this place, so now we can just jump right out. And they say avoid the edges. Well, I'm not avoiding it. How about them apples? And that's what the Cloak of Wind does, folks. I jumped out of the tower, and look where I am. 2 spaces to the left. And there's a tower where you actually need to jump a couple spaces across. So that's pretty much what it's for. Here's another Megapede. I will kill him real quick. And I'm probably... I don't want to use the return spell because I like the extra experience and I have a lot of magic left. So what I'm going to do, folks... my god, my voice! Is I'm going to meet you back at the village... At the town of Hamlin. So I will see you there. Level up! Da, da, da. Dario, level 14, power by 4, HP by 1. Okay, folks, we're back, and we made it back to the town of Hamlin. Let's rest up. Now, what's interesting is I bought all those extra medical herbs or anything, but I didn't even use any. I think I used 1. That's it. So if I go to my inventory, Dario still has 1 of them. Esgar has 1. And I think Elisa has 2. So we didn't even use any medical herbs or anything. One thing I want to do quick, and then we're going to end the episode here, is let me just sell off a lot of this junk I ended up collecting. from drop treasure chests and everything from the enemies. So I got an extra leather armor, which I'm gonna sell for 113 pieces of gold. I got a pretty decent amount of money, considering the fact that... Okay, he's got nothing else. Considering the fact that, you know, just walking around the leveling, whatever, and trust me when I say we're gonna need it. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think... Does Elisa have anything? A bamboo stick we can sell. Okay, so we'll sell the bamboo stick and then we'll be done. Elisa, bamboo. 15 pieces of gold. Alright, folks. Well, that concludes this episode. Next time on Dragon Ball Z... No. Next time, we will head west to... Well, kind of another tower, but this is going to take us to our next section of the game, and we get to leave this continent, because there's really nothing left to do on this continent. Thank you for watching Dragon Warrior 2. I've been your host, Dario8676. See you guys next time for more action. Bye! Love you. Enjoy your Sunday. Peace.